Hello and welcome to the second and final episode of Should I Tell My Partner I'm on Birth Control? We had a very interesting discussion in our previous episode, and we are going to continue the conversation today. On our last episode, we discussed whether or not we should and how it's going to benefit the relationship. We also discussed if your partner is not forthcoming, how you should go about it, and then we centered on how the contraceptives mainly it's all about you, how you should own your sexuality. So basically, we are going to continue this conversation, and we would like you to join us today as well. Please send in your comments on our live feed right now and join the conversation. You can also reach us on 1221. You can call us on 1221, reach us on WhatsApp 050-166-1660. You can reach us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lydia Contraceptives. To help me with the discussion, I have here my two lovely ladies from the Lydia Contact Center. To my immediate right, I have Gifty, and then next to her is Jennifer. Gifty, previously on a previous episode, I think three of us agreed that it's healthy to have that discussion with your partner. Okay, yes. To have if you want to be on birth control, it's best that you talk to your partner about it.
Yes.
Yes, even if he's not forthcoming, at least it's also it helps the relationship. But why is it that a lot of contraceptives are centered on women? Why are there so many female contraceptives?
Yes, we have the man and the woman, they engage in sex.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's the woman that gets pregnant. Okay. And pregnancy, it comes with a whole lot of stuff, health-related risk. And so I would say that the reason for many contraceptives for women is because of the associated health risks that come with it. Yes. And so if there are more options, they would have choice. Okay, so you can decide to go for the pill. For instance, we have the Lydia Daily Oral Pill. You can decide to go for the pill. You can decide to go for implant. You can go for any method. Some people will prefer the pill, some people will prefer IUD. So for purposes of choice,
all right,
we have a variety of them.
Jennifer, do you agree?
Yes, I agree with her. For the purposes of choice, so that you can choose the one that best suits you. This reminds me of a call I had the last time. This man was so interesting. He actually called for the wife. The wife is on an implant, and then she's having some issues. She says the woman menstruates for 5 days, but after the implant she goes for 7 days. So he wants to know if it's fine. And that's what we discussed the last time, that these men are supposed to be applauded because he did so well by calling. After we're ending our conversation, he just went into it. He was like, please, don't you guys have any contraceptives for men? And I was like, yes, we do. We have condoms. This man was like, oh no, I'm not interested in condoms.
They don't want to eat their toffee with a wrapper on it.
Thank you. So I was curious, and I was like, why? If you don't like condoms, the one we have, it's a no-no, vasectomy. Unless maybe you are done giving birth. He was like, no, I don't like that. I have a principle, a philosophy. And it states that any man that uses condoms means he's a cheat. I giggled and I'm like, no, it's not that. Condoms are not only used to prevent sexual transmitted infections, but it can assist prevent pregnancy as well.
Yes.
So with this principle you have, I think you need to readjust it. So there I asked him, why is your wife on implant? And he was like, to prevent pregnancy, of course. I said, yes.
It's now, the same way.
You are saying she is menstruating for 7 days. You are a bit uncomfortable about that. So you can choose to tell your wife that, okay, why don't you go off and let me use the condom to prevent pregnancy?
Yeah.
So I think after this conversation, maybe he will readjust his principle. So this discussion on this particular thing is good. Seeing some men have this
Yes.
ideas, or they have these issues. Why don't we have their contraceptives?
Yes.
They should relax. Men, please relax. There are more things coming up. Our professionals are there, and doctors are there. They are doing more things. There will come a time we will have other options for you to choose.
Yes. But we also have the vasectomy, which is a more permanent, if you want to prevent pregnancy permanently. For the men, outside the condom, we have the vasectomy that you can go in for. Okay, so this goes to show that it's not just, even though the contraceptives, there are more contraceptives for women, some men are actually very interested in preventing pregnancy.
Exactly.
And they would actually prefer to even have that responsibility on themselves.
Yes.
Right. But is there a shared responsibility in terms of the contraceptive? Is there a shared responsibility for both partners?
Yes, it should be a shared responsibility, okay, because it's two people that engage in sex. And so if there's two people engaging in sex, I should be responsible. I, as a woman, should be responsible.
Yes.
The man should be responsible. We are partners. We are in it together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can be responsible. The man can be responsible. I can go for a method. For instance, if I go for leader-daily oral pill.
Yes.
And, you take it within intervals, time intervals. If I'm the type who is forgetful, since the man is also responsible, when it's time, Gifty, if you haven't taken your pill, make sure you take the pill. So it should be a shared responsibility. And also, if it's not a shared responsibility, at the end of the day, if the woman is pregnant, are you ready for pregnancy? Is the man ready?
Yes,
so it should be
because
a shared
definitely he's also going to assist
yes.
when the pregnancy is in.
Yes.
Jennifer, do you
I
also
agree with her. And I think the men are now coming on board. Since we have calls all the time, men are asking about these things. It means that they are getting to understand that all these things are shared responsibilities.
When you look at the economy, definitely, if you check your pocket and you are not ready, you definitely have to share the responsibility. And so, yes. But some women are worried about engaging in contraceptives after delivery.
Yes.
What do you think? Why should women opt for contraceptives after they have delivered?
Yes, they should go in for contraception, because even when some women are pregnant, they at a certain stage of the pregnancy, they don't have the urge to even have sex. And when they give birth, the urge
it resumes.
The urge resumes. Some people, 2 weeks, they are ready for sex.
Really?
And so, yes, sure.
2 weeks after delivery.
2 weeks after delivery, the urge is so strong. They want to beat their man, And so if you are so excited about sex, and besides, even some men, because I made mention that when some women are pregnant at a certain stage, they don't have the urge. So the man is even starving. So immediately after delivery, the woman has the urge, the man is starving. So it connects, and they begin having sex. And so when you don't use contraceptive, 6 months, 7 months, you are pregnant again, and you have a baby, a little baby to care for. And so you will be overburdened. Your body is not even prepared for it. So it's very, very necessary. So women, you need to opt for contraception.
Even after delivery.
Yes. I agree with Gifty. And even when they go for their antenatal care, their midwives and doctors take them through all the contraceptive methods. They even ask them to choose the one they would like to go on after birth. So it is good. They discuss it. And as you said, you have an infant. You have to have the time to take care of your infant. If not, you get another infant. There'll be a lot of troubles. And some women go through some stress and depression after giving birth. So let's assume you are not on any contraceptives or on contraception. You are pregnant again. It's going to be a no. So it's good to go on contraception.
We had that conversation in one of our episodes when we were talking about knowing your contraceptive options.
Okay.
We had this discussion with the midwives, and they gave us the importance of spacing your birth.
Great.
And this issue of stress came in, you know, after delivery. There are some health conditions where you need time to heal. Okay, and so if you do not want it to affect your health personally as a woman, you can go in for the contraceptives so that you have enough time for your system to restore.
Exactly.
And then you'll be able to have another. Aside, you know, the economic factors and all that, where you need time and to care for what the baby you've already had.
Exactly.
Yes, so it's very, very important. If you missed this conversation, you can go back to, if you go on our social media page, Lydia Contraceptives, you can see the other videos on knowing your contraceptive options. It was very, very beneficial. The advantages of having contraceptives. All right, so don't forget that we would like this discussion to be an interactive one. So join us right now. You can send in your comments on our live feed, and you can also call us on 1221, and you can WhatsApp us 050-166-1660. You can reach us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter, and your Lydia consumer advisors will be ready to assist you. All right, so you know, as young ladies, you know, sometimes we find it difficult discussing contraceptives and you know, sexual reproductive health in general. So sometimes we confide in our friends mostly. But what do you think about talking to your parents about contraceptives, Gifty?
Yeah, yes. It's depending on your age. You can discuss it with your parents. Okay, it's not a bad thing. For instance, if you have supportive parents, you should be able to tell mom, oh, I want to opt for a contraception. Okay, and there are parents that are very supportive. They can take you to the clinic, and the midwives will counsel you on which method suits you. All right. So it's not a bad thing. And also, we also have some parents who are not supportive. All right. If you have parents who are not supportive and you are sexually active, you engage in sex, at the end of the day, you bring pregnancy to your parents, which you are not ready for, and you are in school. So it's two ways. If you have supportive parents who will support you to go for contraceptive, you can discuss it. But if you know your parents that this are the type of parents I have and they wouldn't support you, then it's best you go to the clinic. They would support you, they will counsel you, and it's confidential. Every information there is confidential. They are not going to tell people that, okay, you came here for contraceptive. So don't shy. Yes.
I love the fact that you said if you don't have a supportive parent and you will bring pregnancy home. Washa, you don't have a supportive parent with contraceptive. Yes. I wonder what you get in the house. So as Gifty said, you can just walk to any of the clinics or health facilities that do family planning services. They will assist you, they will counsel you, they will assist you to choose the one that best suits you. And if you have a supportive parent and you know you are a minor, you can just go to your parents and ask them any question about contraceptive. Even if they don't know much, they will assist by taking you to the facility for you to be counseled. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you should go and seek advice from your parents, even when you are not a minor. If you are a minor, seek the advice, ask them to take you. If you are not a minor, it is not compulsory, because you are a grown up and you can decide for yourself. So it's good.
You know, talking about minors, you know, there was a recent release from the Ghana Health Service about teenage pregnancies in Ghana. And the figures were alarming. You know, we have about, you know, pregnancies for girls between the ages of 10 and 14, about 2,865.
So bad.
It's serious. And then for girls between 15 and 19, we have 107,023. The figures are alarming. Seriously. They had a regional breakdown, but I'm not going to go into that. But Ashanti region was leading, and I mean, this is cause for alarm. This is cause to worry about.
It's very alarming.
Yes.
That is the reason why everybody should be concerned on the use of contraceptives. Okay. So some people have various reasons why they don't use contraception. Some people religious beliefs and other stuff. And that's the reason why some parents do not support their children on the use of contraception. But at the end of the day, you want to prevent your child from having sex, but you don't follow your child to school. You don't follow your child out.
Everywhere.
And your child would hide, go and have sex, and bring pregnancy. Some of them, because they don't even want you to know they are pregnant, they are afraid of what you would do to them, they would go and take something that is some concoction.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, a person will die out of it. And then you as a parent will say, had I known.
Yes.
And it's too late. So please, let's be concerned.
Yes.
So don't shy away from contraceptives. It's really important.
I agree with you. The advice you give to the parents, you know, you should be concerned about your minors, your children, about contraceptives. Discuss it with them, whether you know they have sex or not. You can do it a general discussion. As Gifty said, unsafe abortions we can lead to death. Unwanted pregnancy that can destroy their lives. It will hold their life to a stagnant level or interrupt their life, their education, whatever they aspire to be. Some of them cannot even pick up from the ground again. Most people you see on the street, they couldn't pick up again. Those that are able to pick up by the help of those around them, they struggle too. They waste about 5 years whilst their friends are ahead. They are now picking up, and it's not okay. So we should discuss contraceptives with our minors. Minors out there, if you have an issue you can't discuss with anyone, please call in. Call in into the Lydia Contact Center 1221. We can advise you, we can assist you by referring you to a health facility, one of our partner clinics. They will assist you with counseling. They can assist you to choose options. There are a lot of ways you can go around all these things for us to avoid what happened. This thing is really a shame, actually. It's not cool.
The disadvantages that come with not being well advised or not being well informed about contraceptives are enormous, and the statistics that have been revealed shows it's an indication of how much we failed as a society. So parents, as has been informed by, as has been discussed by Jennifer and Gifty, parents, do come on board, help your minors, discuss their sexual reproductive health, help them to choose whether or not they are sexually active, discuss contraceptives with them and help them, and so that they will be able to open up and I mean, we can avoid all these things, unwanted pregnancies, unsafe abortions, and all these so, and then if your partner is also not coming on board, ladies, please do not wait and have something bad happening before you make that decision. Make that decision now. Own your sexuality. If a pregnancy comes in, you are most likely to be the person that's going to bear the consequences.
Exactly.
So definitely own your sexuality, make that decision, make that choice. We've had a couple of discussions on a lot of contraceptives. Call in if you have any questions or doubts, and let's help you choose a method that's best suited for you. Okay, so that we can avoid all these issues. Right, so we've gone through, we've had that discussion on whether or not you should talk to your partner about contraceptive. Yes, we all, I think we all had agreed. We got a lot of comments from you guys also agreeing to that. A lot of your comments that came in, a lot of people agreed that it's best that you communicate with your partner about it. But even if your partner is not forthcoming, make that choice. If you are ready or not, make that choice for yourself. Right, so this is the end of our episode on should I tell my partner about birth control. We are ending the discussion now, but we can continue on our Facebook platform and on all our other social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and the name is at Lydia Contraceptives. Please follow us and enjoy the conversation. Ask us all the questions you have. Let's help you choose a method. You can call us on 1221 as well, and then on WhatsApp 050-166-1660. I'd like to thank my colleagues, Gifty and then Jennifer, and together from us, LCC is bye-bye.
Bye.